Hello my sweet friends, my name is Adele and welcome back to another writing vlog. I'm slowly getting back into a routine, creating some sort of routine, since just everything has happened. For an update, please check my last video. I'm just really excited to get back into writing. I've missed it a ton, especially Project Orion. I've got a lot of, there's so many stories I want to work on lately. I've just been itching to write, but I keep coming back to Project Orion and I don't know what it is, but it's so daunting, but it's also very exciting. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, but I'm excited for it. I'm ready to keep it going and make it the best it can be. It's going to take a long time and I don't really know where to start, but that's why we're just gonna kind of jump into it. We are basically just jumping in right where we left off before the move, which was, I just finished reading chapter 19 of draft 2. I've been rereading draft 2 in order to get started for draft 3. There's a lot of work that needs to be done before we start draft 3, and that's the part that's really daunting for me, is because one, there's so much work already. Two, there's a lot about the story that I have been sort of wrestling with back and forth, and I'm thinking about changing some pretty big things about the story. So currently right now we're going to start at chapter 20. We're just going to keep reading through this. We are going to finish the reread of draft 2 in this vlog. I'm determined. I'm ready to just get the reread done and jump into working on it. I'm obviously not going to just start writing draft 3 because like I said, there's a lot that needs to be done, but I'm ready to be done reading it so we can really focus on the notes and what needs to change and just re-outlining, replotting, and everything like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Chapter 20, starting at page 128. I'm determined, I'm motivated, and I'm excited to be doing this with y'all and bringing y'all along with me. I hope y'all are ready to dive back into this. I'm so excited. So on this side is what we've read so far, and this is how much we have left. It looks pretty even. It's not. We're over halfway done with it. I don't even remember how many total chapters there are. There's 32 total chapters, and we're about to start chapter 20. So we've got about 12 chapters left. Not too bad. I think we'll be able to finish it, or we will finish it in this vlog. Maybe we can finish it today in one day. That'd be pretty cool, but we'll see. So we're just gonna go ahead and start with chapter 20. So I just finished chapter 20, and literally as I was about to grab the camera to start filming, all of our power went out. Again, I want to reiterate that this is not a permanent place. We are here for the next few months, watching his parents' house, and then we are going to move somewhere else. So this is not our permanent home, but we live in a super small rural mountain community in the middle of nowhere, and we have no cell service out here. So even if the Wi-Fi goes out, I don't have any data. I don't know if you can see right there. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. So the power just went out. All the lights went out, and the fans, and everything. Thankfully I wasn't in the middle of using my computer, but again, usually it's not crazy because you have data, but I don't. So we literally have no way of contacting the outside world. I went into town to see if he can figure something out and maybe get some cell service to try to contact the electric company or something. But currently, Dogmeat and I are still at this house, and we have no way of reaching the outside world. So that's what's going on here. Just wanted to bring that up because it may be off for the rest of the day. Man, it keeps feeling there's just one more thing after the other. If y'all have been following me on Instagram or anything like this, I'm just dealing with the flood, and I'm currently dealing with stuff with my insurance for my car, and just it's one thing after another with this area, I don't understand. Anyway, we're going to not let it get to us. We're gonna calm down. And we're gonna, I guess, keep reading. So, general thoughts on chapter 20. It's not good! Ooh, and I keep getting the urge to, like, I keep reading through and I'm like, this is so bad, this is so bad, and I don't know why it's, like, so particularly bad to me right now, but I kept getting the urge to, like, just stop reading and close it, because I'm like, there's so much work that needs to be done. Like, I can fix this and I can fix this, and, like, just wanting to get to work on it. Like, I just wanted to stop reading so I could just work on the things that need to have work done to them, which is, like, everything. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just finish the reread and we're gonna get through it. We've got 11 more chapters now, and we're just gonna keep pushing through it. I do keep reading parts where I'm like, oh my god, this is so bad. And, like, it's been, I mean, I think it's been about 2 years since I finished this draft, which seems like a long time, and it is a long time, because life got in the way for, like, a whole year. And so basically I'm revisiting this now, and it's not like it was good before, but I feel like I've grown a lot more, and just learned a lot more since then, and I keep finding mistakes and, like, things that could be better, and, like, things that just aren't very good, and I'm just, like, really eager to get to work on it to make it better. So it's about an hour and a half later, and the power is back on, thankfully. So Alec is back home, the power is back on. Someone ran into a power line, so that's why it was down for like the whole area. But it just came back on probably 10 minutes ago, so it's probably out for a total of an hour and a half to 2 hours maybe, I guess. So after I was done filming this last clip, that was when Alec was gone, and I ended up just, like, sitting down, like, on bed, sitting down on the bed, and then the next thing I know, Alec is getting home, and it's like 45 minutes later, and I had taken a nap, and I hadn't even realized it. So, I'm, like, really, I've been, like, fighting just, like, not like an exhaustion, but I've just kind of been lethargic, and so I didn't realize I had fallen asleep. And so yeah, I'm just kind of, like, tired. I feel a little out of it, but it's fine. We're gonna get back into it. I'm going to work on this. I'm gonna finish this. I made myself some coffee, and this glass is so small. It's so little. And I think what I'm gonna do is actually change clothes, because something that always helps me when I'm at home but I need to get stuff done, and I'm like, I need to be productive today, but I'm not necessarily, like, going anywhere. It's very tempting to just, like, stay in pajamas or, like, not get dressed for the day, and I do that a lot. So something that has always helped me was to put clothes on and get dressed. And obviously I did get dressed because I didn't sleep in this. It's like a dress, but it's like my dress that I wear for, like, my lounging days. So I think my brain associates it with, like, oh, we're not doing anything today, I don't need to get anything done today. So I think what I'm gonna do to hype myself back up, I'm gonna drink my coffee, and I'm gonna change clothes into, like, an actual outfit for the day. So I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna sit back down and start on chapter 21. All right, I've changed, do another shirt and some jeans. So we're gonna get back to writing, and hopefully we stop feeling so tired. All right, chapter 21, let's go. Okay, I've turned the lights on and changed into a sweater because I am very cold. Finished chapter 21. It is not as bad as chapter 20. It's still not great, but it's a second draft, so it's not perfect, but it's better. Still some things there that can be fixed, obviously. And something I've noticed, not just now, it's something I've noticed since, you know, reading through all the beta reader feedback after I had finished this draft like a year and a half ago that I know I've expressed before, but I'm so bad with, at least for this story, just like introducing backstory or like lore or just making the world feel realistic to the point where I have something that's like a big reveal, but I hadn't provided the information and the lore and like built it up for it to be an actual big reveal to the reader. And like it seems like such a big deal for the characters, and it's like a big twist and stuff like that. And I, you know, introduce a character who's a big deal, who in my head I'm like, oh, they're a big deal because of this and this, and I know the history and the background of this character or the world or whatever, and I don't provide that for the reader. So then when the reveal happens, it doesn't really pack a punch. It's like, okay, who is this person? So I need to get better at that, just like providing the reader with the information needed for the actual story and like the things I'm writing to pack an emotional punch with the reader and just be more realistic. Overall, not a terrible chapter. I'm going to finish this coffee because my whipped cream is melting and go ahead and get started on chapter 22. I need to drink some water. Water break. This is a water break for you as well. Hydration, stop, drink some water. I'm gonna drink this and then I'll go get some water. So we gotta keep each other accountable. Drink some water right now, whatever you're doing. Someone has been just laying, where'd you go? Laying outside the door because I had closed the door, and he was very upset that I had closed the door. Come here, come here. Say hi. I don't think that's hi. Okay, water break. Here's my water. Drink some water. And give your pet a hug. Hydration and pet hug break. Hydration. And pet hugs. Mwah. So I just finished chapter 24. I don't remember exactly what chapter I was at in the last clip. I think it was like 22, but so I've read through 22, 23, 24. I'm about to start chapter 25. It's not terrible. I feel like these last few chapters were a little less cringy, I suppose. But yeah, so we're nearing the finale of the story. Technically, I guess we're nearing, where are we? Like, I guess the third plot point? I don't even remember. I don't even know where all of my notes for Project Orion are since we moved, and like things are still in boxes. I know I brought it here with us. I have like 2 or 3 boxes that I think it's in that I just haven't opened yet, but I have my like notebook, but I don't have my folder that has all like my loose notes. So I don't have like my exact outline, and it's been a while since I have, you know, been with the story, so I can't remember exactly like which plot point I'm on. But yeah, basically we're, I think, at the beginning of like the last third of the book, I would say, because we are, I think, either in this next, I think it's this next chapter, 25, that I'm about to start reading, that has like the Dark Night of the Soul, and then I think 26 is the beginning of the finale. But like I said, it's been a while since I've been reunited with this and like fully read it, and I found that I sometimes get confused because I've been sort of muddling draft 1 and draft 2 together, and there were like some big plot changes between draft 1 and draft 2. So I'm like reading through draft 2 and I kind of think I know what's going to happen, but then it's like the other thing I had decided on. So it's kind of interesting because it's like I'm reading it for the first time as well, because I never know for sure what's going to happen next. But yeah, so that's where we are currently. Like I said, it's not terrible. I've enjoyed some of the pacing a little bit more. in these last few chapters, Orion is still too mean, which I know I've talked about before, but Orion, the main character, is just a little mean, you know. And all my beta readers thought so as well. She's just like unnecessarily rude. You know, she's supposed to be written as like a strong, obviously, you know, like a strong female protagonist, air pirate, bounty hunter, but she's just mean. So that's something I'm gonna have to work with for her. Looking forward to upping the stakes again as we go into the Dark Night of the Soul and then into Act 3, the finale. It's kind of fun, like I said, because I don't know for sure what's gonna happen. I don't remember like which version of the story I had gone with, like which plot points I had decided on for the draft, for the second draft. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, it's not terrible. Starting chapter 25, I think there were 32 chapters total. I'm on page 161. I am a bit of an underwriter when it comes to like drafting. So like my first draft was shorter than this one. Second draft was a little bit longer than the first draft. So it's like every draft I have to keep kind of expanding it, making a little bit longer, because I think this one is, it's not terrible, it's not like super short. I think this one is about 80,000 words. And I think the first draft was like 50 to 60,000. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's kind of bittersweet thinking about the things that I've decided on changing. I will say there is still the majority of the things I'm changing. I don't know how I'm changing it, but it's kind of bittersweet thinking about like reading some of these scenes and knowing that I'm gonna have to get rid of them. So it's nice though. It's nice being back with these characters and just kind of reuniting with the story and just, you know, the plot and the characters and everything. I love the story. It's my baby. Look at him over there. Look at him sleeping. He's so cute. Good morning, my love. Hi, my love. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. He's annoyed. He's done with me. Oh, yeah? Okay. I kind of feel like going to annoy Alec while I keep reading this. So I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna sit next to him and we're gonna bug him for a bit. Can I come bug you?
Yeah, we're bugging me.
What are you playing? What you doing?
Playing Disney Greenlight Valley.
The new Disney game?
Yeah.
It's super cute.
Supposed to be
That's me, that's me. We made me. Oh, you gave me little goggles.
And
That's
little
new.
work gloves.
And little gloves. That's cute. Oh my god, he's so cute.
Wow.
Oh my god. So I finished reading chapter 25. That is the Dark Night of the Soul chapter. I was correct. And this is the one with like the big, like, you know, it's the Dark Night of the Soul, so it's like everything happens and it's like all these high stakes, and Orion's reaction is supposed to be like upset and angry and like turning against the people she loves, and it just doesn't hit the right way because she's so mean to everyone throughout the whole entire story. So then it's just like she's like 5% more mean. So it's tough to get through, and I'm like sitting here like, this doesn't make sense for her. She's doing things that like don't make sense to her character, and I'm trying to just get through it. I'm like ready to go. I'm itching to like start trying to figure out how to fix it. But yeah, so finish chapter 25. I'm gonna take a sushi break right now. You can see it. And gonna eat some sushi, and then I guess get back into it. Okay, so I just finished chapter 28. Also the lighting is different because I realized that I had forgotten I put a filter thing over it earlier to make it like a little lighter and oranger. So we're back to normal now. But just finished chapter 28. It was a good chapter. It was a good chapter, even though I don't quite like the way the Dark Night of the Soul went. It was chapter 28 was like the bargaining moment after the Dark Night of the Soul, where they basically like decide what to do and like change their ways and decide they're gonna, you know, do whatever they need to do to like go into the finale and stuff like that. So it was a good chapter. I found myself like thinking certain things I wrote, like I was proud of certain things I had written. Like I just feel like some of the sentences were nice and like they flowed, and the descriptions were nice. I feel like I just had some nice writing in it, which I'm glad for, especially after just like feeling not great about the last few chapters. But yeah, I'm proud of that. I'm also kind of, something I've noticed is I'm proud of the way I end chapters. I feel like I always end chapters nicely, just like in a nice, like it's a nice sentence that like, I'm like, yeah, that's a good place to end a chapter. It's a good sentence to end a chapter with, if that makes sense. So I am trying to point out the things that I'm proud of, even if this draft is not the greatest. I have shown skills and aspects of my writing that I am proud of, and that's okay and that's good, even if everything has to change. But I'm about to start chapter 29, so we will definitely finish this tonight. It'll be, I think we've got 3 chapters left now. We're going into the finale. This chapter, like I said, was good, but it's still like not great. Not that I'm expecting it to be like great, because it's not, you know, I know this is not the finished book, it's not the finished product, you know, it's only the second draft, but I'm still like, there's so much that could be better. And I think I'm mostly feeling this way not because I just see that, oh, like this is bad, but because I see that it's bad and immediately know how to fix it. And obviously when I wrote this, which was about 2 years ago, like I said, I've grown a lot since then, I've learned a lot since then, and it's interesting because you don't really like, you're not aware of those differences, you know, you don't feel those differences in like your skill or stuff like that, like it over time, you know what I mean? Like I don't think like, oh, I'm a better writer than I was 2 months ago, but like looking now, like 2 years, this was, I don't want to say this was like the best I could do, but like I had like felt confident enough at least to send it to beta readers. And reading it now, I would not have sent this to beta readers. And obviously I got really good feedback from betas that are now part of the reasons why I'm changing a lot of the plot and stuff like that. But just with the, it's just not great. But yeah, it's cool seeing the difference in writing ability, I suppose. Because, you know, I wrote this and I either didn't see things that were wrong, or maybe I knew some things were wrong but didn't know how to fix it. And now that I'm reading, I'm pointing out so many things that are wrong, and not just based on, not just like plot holes or something, like, oh, I've spent long enough time away from it that now that I'm just reading it with fresh eyes, I notice these things. Obviously I'm finding those as well, but things that at the time I would have thought were good, I keep feeling like I know how to fix them. Like either I know how to fix them or I'm just overcome with that urge to write and that itching to like start making it better. But like if I already have that huge urge to like, oh, I need to start writing this down because like I want to fix these things, I have to like know how to fix these things, you know what I mean? I can't like consciously think of like what the plot is that I'm going to change. Like I can pick out parts of the plot that are going to change, but I can't immediately think of like, okay, I'm going to change it to this, I'm going to change it to this. But I'm so eager to like start that process of like brainstorming and then outlining and plotting for the third draft. So it makes me happy and proud that I can see those things and have not necessarily know how to fix them, but have the confidence in myself to fix them. You know, I may not know immediately how I'm going to fix it, but I'm confident enough in myself and my writing ability to know that I will fix it, and it will be better. So, little motivational speech there for you. But yeah, I'm proud of myself for those things, and I'm trying to acknowledge them, and it does help. It helps with just like feeling better. Not that I'm like feeling really bad about it, but it's a nice reminder. So yeah, okay, gonna start on chapter 29. We're gonna finish this tonight. I'm on page 187. I don't know how many pages there are total. There are 213 pages total, 32 chapters. I'm on chapter 29 at page 187. So let's go. Hi everyone, it is the next day. I did not finish the draft yesterday, but I'm about to start the last chapter. I could have finished it yesterday. I took a break, ate some food. Alec and I hung out. We took some time to read. We've been reading this wonderful book. Let me grab it for you actually. I've been reading this book that we found at Goodwill. So it's a self-published romance fantasy. It's an erotic book. We've been reading it. It's called Dragon Lords, the Barbarian Prince. It's really bad. So we took some time to read that. Ended up reading way more than we were planning to last night. Anyway, that's why I didn't finish the reread last night. But it is the next day now, Saturday, and we're actually in the middle of a stream. We're doing some sprints right now. We're on our first sprint. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this reread here in this first sprint because it's pretty short. So my thoughts last night, it's okay. Again, it's not the best. The finale isn't super great. This last chapter, 31, that I read was like the big, the big battle at the end and everything. Wasn't as dramatic as I would like, but then again, I think I just need to kind of up the intensity and up the stakes of like the whole story in general. So yeah, sort of lukewarm, but we're gonna keep working, and that is the point of this, keep writing drafts, just keep making it better. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the last chapter. Well, my friends, we finally did it. The end. Just finished chapter 32, the last chapter, and have thus finished the reread of draft 2, the reread of draft 2. Like I had said before in the last vlog where we started doing the reread, for the initial reread, and I keep saying reread, that's because I did this reread like 2 years ago right after I finished it, but it's been 2 years, so I'm doing it again. But usually when I do the initial read of a draft, I try not to make notes. I try to just kind of read it as I would as a reader. Since I had already read it before, I did let myself write some notes this time. I didn't write in the draft, but I did like make notes here. So I just wanted to show like my final little notes. It was this page and this on the back here. So not a ton. But again, that's because like there's a lot of work to do, but so much of it is going to be changing. But I'm really excited to like dive into what exactly I'm going to be changing. Just to list a few of the things, I think I'm going to add at least one point of view, which is going to be a pretty big change, considering the whole thing is written third person in Orion's POV. So I'm thinking about adding at least one more POV, which will probably be Max's, and then I might add more, who knows. But yeah, changing that and possibly the antagonist of the story. So some big changes coming up, but I'm excited and ready to kind of just keep it going. And it's daunting, it's intimidating because there is so much work, but I'm excited. And I'm trying to keep that excitement and motivation up because I haven't felt that in a while about writing. And so I'm trying to just keep that going, practice self-love, and just tell myself that I'm proud of myself for doing this and getting this far. And so yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here, and in the next vlog we're gonna start working on actually, like, you know, note-taking and like reworking things, outlining, plotting, just like those sort of pre-writing stages before you draft, because I think this might have to have a rewrite with how many changes I'm making, but I don't know, we'll see, we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching and being here. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and do subscribe if you enjoyed and do feel so inclined. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. Leave a comment down below as well. Let me know how you're doing, what you're working on, and yeah. Thank you all so much for being here and for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.